Okay, I think it's live, and we have a green screen. Oh, green off, whatchamacallit. So that's good, but I need to refresh this so I can see the, maybe that's why it does it. Huh. Okay. Let me cool off a little bit. It's hot up in here right now. Um, okay, so bring them to you as I was, the one for Kansas has got 9 minutes to go. There was, several others, but they're off the screen now. So the one in Kansas is in for Elk and Wilson counties. And at 6:25, thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes located near Longton, or 13 miles southwest of Redona, moving east at 20 miles per hour. And you have severe storms in Nebraska, in Thayer County, and in Minnesota, you got Becker, Beltram, Clearwater, Hubbard, and Mahnomen counties, and also, oh, that was the same warning. Okay, so let's look at the earthquakes, which are kind of concerning because you got this one, which is, well, it's kind of close to the fault line, but it's not on a fault line in Challis, Idaho, but not a, like, not like the San Andreas fault. These are not on fault lines. You had a 3.3 in Quinton, Oklahoma. This one just happened. A 3.5 in Watonga, Oklahoma. A 2.7 in Perry, Oklahoma. And a 3.0 in Caldwell, Kansas. And like I said, these aren't on fault lines, so that's concerning. This one isn't either. And Bootjack, California. Oh, I never heard of Bootjack before. I was hearing about it because they had a earthquake. All right, let's look at the world map. And these two, this is Alaska, and right along the fault line in Russia. Indonesia, have them commonly. And most of these are on fault lines. These are not, which means we're getting new, and these aren't on fault line in Alaska either. But anyway, just kind of keeping track of that. I don't think these are on fault lines either. At least not major fault lines. But, even these small ones are listed. Smith Valley Fault Zone, unnamed southern section, Monte Cristo Valley Fault Zone. So the ones where they call them fault zones, they're listed. These are not. There's no fault zones around here at all. At all. When you highlight the map. So that's just something to kind of look at, pay attention to. I still have that 7.4 in my head. Anyway, let's go this way. See them all. If we start seeing some in Antarctica, I guess we should, well, I don't think we have anything there to measure it anyway. So, and I hope I'm not buffering. I haven't looked at this yet since I've been home, so let's see what's going on. The winds are only at 342 kilometers per second, which I say only, you know, that's really fast, but it's not fast for the sun. So this is looking okay. I'll let these load. See if we missed anything. A little shaken. Not too bad. Oh, that's weird coming off of there. The way this looks like energy waves almost. Those two. Let me blow it up so you can see it. Wait till it comes back around. But there's no, you know, real peak. So it's not affecting the earth. See, good thing that isn't coming this way. Because that probably would be whether it just look weird. Like something hit the sun and it's driving them this way. It just looked different. Of course, I don't know for sure what the deal is. Oh, this is pretty low down here for the radial velocity. This is the plasma density. And remember, this is the sun, this is the earth, this is stereo B, this is stereo A. And same thing up here. So on this graph, this is just the sun and the earth. Let's see where this red goes. Okay. We might have some problems after when they update this, because if this red comes around to the earth, which it looks like it's going to, maybe it'll lessen by then. You know, maybe it won't be as long by the time it gets here, but it looks like it's if it continues on this track, when we get in that red, that's gonna be, that might be a G3. I don't know. I don't know what the density. Maybe I should look at that. Let's see with this. Oh, we don't want to get in the white. Oh, I don't know. That whole thing just looks different. Anyway, yeah, we don't want that red to hit the earth. See what happens when it hits stereo A, it peaks way up here. So if it continues on that track, which we gotta hope not, because if this red drops down here to us, to the earth, it's gonna be pretty strong. The green and yellow are bad enough. We don't want the red to hit us. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Hopefully it's not buffering too bad. Um, um, what else did I have to look at? We'll see if anything has changed on this. Oh, that looks pretty uneventful. That's a good thing. Hello. Oops, I forgot to do. Well, let's check on the tornadoes since there was still one active. Okay, the active tornado is now gone. That's a good thing. But Kansas, Nebraska, and Minnesota still have some severe storms. All right, let's check. Oh wow, 4 people dead after car crashes into tree at Norfolk International Airport. Lord. The woman who died on Virginia Beach Boulevard crash identified. Yeah, we had a lot of deaths, and then we had 2 deaths yesterday, right where I used to live and work at Independence and Pembroke Boulevard. I used to live right there on Pembroke Boulevard at Independence, and my job for 22 years when I worked at the bar was there. So I probably know the people or the families involved. Let's see what this one is. I know y'all ain't really interested in this, but we can pray for their families. I want to see if it's somebody I know. Oh, 27 years old. Artiste. I know some with that last name. Speed appears to be a factor. Struck a tree. Man, I don't know what it is about trees. Guess they're more unforgiving than the light posts on the streets and telephone poles, because every time someone hits a tree, They don't even have to be going that fast. My daughter's ex-fiance died hitting a tree, and he wasn't going that fast. Um, he was 27 years old too, at the time I think. Um, one of my girls that used to come to the bar, she was only 20 something. She hit a tree and died. Every time you read somebody hitting a tree, they don't make it. Almost as if the demons live in the trees or something. I mean, I know they don't, but it's almost like some kind of evil force in the trees because you hit a tree and you're dead. You hit a light pole, they can bend over on your car. You can flip the car 3 times and still live. You can hit a tree doing 25 miles an hour and it kill you. So, no, I didn't hear about this crash near the airport in Norfolk. I wonder if they identified these two. Virginia Beach kills two. That's got to be. Virginia Beach police investigate after male suspect shot 2 women. Assaulted. Man dies after being hit by a car. Wow. A lot of people to pray for. Oh, man. Arrested after early morning police crash. Ends on fire crash on 264 in Norfolk. These are roads I travel. Well, ride. I don't get to drive right now, but, riding with other people. Oh, this must be another accident. That's not Independence and, uh, Independence and Pembroke. That's another accident. Well, what is his mugshot up there for? Oh, he crashed and killed someone apparently. He looks like he's really sad. Like you can see the remorse. Oh, come on. Scroll so fast. Sorry about that. Their page is kind of tricky, touchy. Come on. That's what I don't like. I'm sorry. I just want to see who the people were. These people I know, family members I can contact and send my condolences. And if I don't know them, I can pray for the families. How long is it going to take to load? Gracious. A long time. Maybe I can read the printed story. Oops. Go back. Oh, went too far. 140 mile hour per hour chase. He told police he didn't think the cruisers could catch his 2002 Acura. Huh. Oh. Oh, they haven't named them yet. Okay. What is that, the old news? Where's the new news? That's yesterday's news. Police identified 2 men killed in Norfolk homicide. Norfolk social worker accused of selling fentanyl. Wow. Oh. So this mother rubbed heroin on her 1-year-old gums to help her sleep, the father said. So the baby died, the 1-year-old died, and when they did the autopsy, she died of a lethal fentanyl overdose because the heroin was laced with fentanyl. Fentanyl. I mean, they need to quit making fentanyl, and they need to make the prison term longer for anybody distributing fentanyl, because it's killing people left and right, and they're lacing it in everything now. They're putting it in every kind of drug out there. It's stupid. Even for the people buying marijuana, they can't trust that now, because it could be laced with fentanyl. Investigators believe both men were shot during the same incident, but no other details are available at this time. Okay. Tropical Storm Jerry weakens. That's a good thing. 4 people. A car crashed into a tree and caught fire early at Norfolk International Airport around 1 a.m. Oh, they haven't identified them yet either. Okay. Wow. A lot of people have died in this area. In the 7 cities, as they call it. Hampton Roads, Tidewater area, 7 cities. Oh, let's see who that was. Imagine they named them. Oops. I guess I should look in on the chat. And like I tell you people, we never know when our time is going to come. So it's imperative that we lead as many people to Christ as we can, as quick as we can, because the news, I mean, that just shows you, you never know. It can be a lightning strike, it can be an earthquake, it can be a flash flood, it can be a car hitting you while you're walking, it can be a car hitting you while you're riding a bike, it can be a car that runs into your house. That happens a lot around here too. So, and you know, you can get shot. That happens a lot out here too. You get stabbed. I mean, you could die of a heart attack. You just don't know when somebody's time's going to come, no matter what their age is either. I mean, we want to know that they're okay when they leave this earth. So that's the purpose of
A
all
local
that. And
social
that's
worker and her husband arrested, charged with selling drugs. The allegations date back months.
they have a cute little house. is it taking so long? Hello. All right, there's their picture.
I stopped by their home today looking for answers.
Leary. Oh.
Sharon and Carlton Leary facing multiple drug charges.
Oh, she worked with Child Protective Services unit. So he or she is taking kids away from their parents, probably because
Tonight. The
they do
husband and wife
drugs or
live in
anything else.
Chesapeake, but are
And is she selling fentanyl? Wow. But she'll stand in court and tell the judge how these other people are unfit to have their children.
accused of selling fentanyl in Isle of Wight.
You never know your neighbors and what happening in their houses and around you.
News 3 confirmed that Sharon is employed with the city of Norfolk. They say she's currently a Family Services 1 worker, working in part with the Child Protective Services unit. According to the Virginia Department of Social Services, she's been there since 2016. Even though the Learys were just arrested on Wednesday, court documents show that police have been investigating them since January.
I'm surprised because I don't even see nothing strange happening around our street or in our community.
Both Sharon and Carlton have been
Oh, come on.
released on bond. We stopped by their
Oh, they ain't gonna answer the door.
home to give them an opportunity to defend the accusations, but no one answered. They're both expected in court again on September 25th. And they're charged with 2 counts of intent to
Well, shame on her.
sell, distribute, and manufacture a Schedule 1 or 2 drug,
Or
as well
double
as 2
shame. I mean, shame on anybody, but double shame on her.
counts of conspiracy to distribute.
Okay.
New details into a deadly crime spree on the peninsula. Police say Elijah Armstrong killed Luis Zambrana Jr. in Newport News before killing his Lyft driver, Lamar French, in Hampton. And now we're learning more about how police tracked Armstrong down. News reporter Brendan Ponton has the update.
Elijah Armstrong appeared in court here in Hampton this morning via video conferencing, and now we're learning more about the chain of events that left 2 people dead. New search warrants help explain how police arrested Elijah Armstrong after investigators say he killed 2 people on the peninsula. It all started Monday just before 11:15. Police say Armstrong shot and killed Luis Zambrana Jr. inside an Exxon on Jefferson Avenue just south of Fort Eustis Boulevard.
Wow.
According to the search warrant, Armstrong was standing behind Zambrana inside the store and then shot and killed him. Zambrana was just 20. We spoke with his mom.
Very senseless violence. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you had to kill him. Why?
And then killed the
Why
Lyft
you had to
driver.
shoot my baby?
Zambrana's
I mean,
family
you got
believes the
Uber
2
and
men
Lyft
knew
drivers killing people. Now you got people killing Uber and Lyft drivers. Crazy.
each other, and Zambrana was dating the mother of Armstrong's child.
I'm sorry about the buffer. I'm not channel buffer.
Following the shooting, the search warrant says Armstrong walked out of the store got into a silver car and drove away. Investigators now say Armstrong told them he drove that car about 15 minutes away to York County and left his car on Meadowview Drive. Then at some point he used the rideshare service Lyft to get a ride towards Phoebus High School. The driver of the Lyft, Lamar French. As they got to the school, police say Armstrong then shot French before stealing his car and driving it about a block. French, who was 38 years old, died. Later that night, just before 4:30, Armstrong showed up at the Newport News.
This is doing too much delay, so I'm gonna skip the rest of that story.
Sheriff's office to turn himself in. His dad was with him and handed police a bag. During an interview, investigators say Armstrong spontaneously said, quote, "What would you do if somebody spit on your child?" A possible reference to Zambrana. They then say Armstrong admitted to killing French. As of now, Armstrong is scheduled to be back in court next week. In Hampton, Brendan Ponton, News 3.
I mean, if somebody spit on my child, I would have to pray about my anger, but I'd probably beat them up, spit back on them if they, But no, I wouldn't take their life. But I know that's not even the right thing to do. I'm supposed to pray on the anger and pray on, pray for them. But I might be doing it while I'm punching them. Lord, please forgive them and please forgive me. Comes to, do something to me is different. I can handle it. But you do something to my child, or anybody's child, no. Anyway, forgive me for saying that, Lord, but I mean, the Holy Spirit would definitely have to take over my thoughts and my fists and everything at that moment, because it'd be hard to control that.
That is the sound of a car driving into the front doors and windows of BT cabinets.
When I got here, the one front door is blown out.
The owner says a brick column stopped the car in this surveillance video from parking right in the middle of his kitchen and bath showroom.
We would have had vehicle taking out my cabinet displays, my countertop displays.
If you take a look at these tire marks, you could see where the car hopped over the sidewalk before the driver crashed in to these glass doors.
There was messed glass everywhere. It was nasty.
You can still see some of the glass left on the ground from the incident that turned into a hit and run.
He threw it in reverse, and he was peeling tires out of here.
Before we don't have 14 running into another car here on Princess Anne Road.
It definitely could have been worse. There was a gentleman on a bicycle 30 seconds before this gentleman hit the building.
Kevin Riley tells us he spent some of the day driving around looking for the person who drove into the business he's owned for 20 years. During our interview with Riley, his ring alarm went off.
Okay.
Oh, somebody's at the door.
It was the man behind the wheel. He didn't want to go on camera, but this is what he told Riley.
It had been weighing on him all day. I guess he
Prostitute
went to
linked to
work
death
today,
for 3 men, apparently,
and you
including
could tell
New
he
York
just,
City chef.
it was bothering him.
So decided to take action and do the right thing.
It kind of restores that hope that people are good.
Good enough to pick up the pieces and make things right. In Norfolk, Nana Cintio Bonsu, News 3.
That was an old story. 32 gang members arrested during local coordinated Operation Washout. So they got some MS-13 gang members, some Blood gang members, some Crips gang members. And there was a new spinoff of the Blood gang. And then there was the New Jersey Aryan Nation gang here. They started a local chapter. I guess the one that started it was originally from New Jersey or something. I don't know. Wow. Man arrested charged with murder and arson following man arrested accused. Oh my goodness. It's too much. Alright, enough of that. Let's look at. We just want to make sure this red right here doesn't make it around here. That's stereo A, and that's Earth. We gotta hope it thins out before it makes it this way. Because the Earth is already in trouble. You know, I mean, it's all in Scripture, so it's gonna happen, but, you know. Good, no more no more tornado warnings. Oh, a new earthquake. Japan hit with a 4.7 and another Albania one. I really miss talking to good folks like Casey and Spinny, Spencer of the North, and Jane, and of course John in Florida, and Raven in the desert, and James, and Mike, and Suzanne, and CP, and what was the new guy's name? Chris, and Daryl, and Daniel, and Gary from 24 Live Arizona Skies, Scam Man, Rose Biss, Lulu, Sean, my UK son, Glenn, lots of people. I miss y'all. Sorry I can't do the same hours that I used to do. My schedule or sleep pattern is different right now because my schedule is different. And it will be changing again. So, but there's so much work we could be doing. But maybe y'all have moved on to other channels that are leading people to Christ. Hi, Super SpongeBob SquarePants. How are you? That used to be one of my granddaughter's favorite shows when she was little. Glad there's no new tornado warnings. That's missing. Huh. Anyway, let me see what else is going on. I hope John and Diana and CJ are doing well. And LD, I haven't seen her in a minute. SpongeBob SquarePants. That's so cute.
He has
Oh, is that Norfolk News still trying to play?
History has now learned a man who told us that he was the victim of an attack is now accused of making it up. Portsmouth police arrested William Cherry for making a false report. Cherry told us last Friday that he pulled a man away from a mob who was attacking a person on High Street. And then he told us that mob then turned on him too. Cherry also complained about police response time. Portsmouth police say the response time was about 47 minutes. And the call was not given a high priority based on the information given to the dispatcher. Police say they also talked to the man that Cherry was supposed to be trying to help. That man said he was never attacked, and police say witnesses backed that story up. Cherry now faces a misdemeanor charge.
Alright, let me see what's going on with the, well, I gotta share these pictures. The jets were, riding in the sky today. You know, literally sentences. They put like 3 sentences in the sky. It was really cool the way they had it coordinated. Lightning strike started a fire in West Virginia. Uh, 2-alarm residential fire in Toronto region, Ontario, Canada. Vegetation fire at Lopez Lake. Multiple counties of California responded. Crawford County in Pennsylvania. Vernon stations 27 and 23 en route to rekindle at report of smoke from the structure that they had put out West Metro Rescue. Fall from a horse. That was in Jefferson County, Colorado. Vehicle fire on US 93, Elko City, Nevada. Connecticut State Police troops and fire. Connecticut. Attempted home invasion. Box alarm for my boss 10. Structure fire in Illinois. Hazmat drill taking place southern Rhode Island and Connecticut, southeast Connecticut. Everybody's doing hazmat drills. They've done earthquake drills, they've done tornado drills, they've done all kinds of drills. Now they're doing a hazmat drill around the country. Kentucky just got done doing theirs last week, and now apparently part of Rhode Island and Connecticut's doing theirs. You got to worry about hazmat issues, not only with terrorists, but with earthquakes and lightning strikes and flooding and tornadoes and high winds. All this stuff can cause hazmat issues, because we got nuclear plants, and then we got other places that have chemicals, and then we got heavy metals coming up out the earth and going in the sky from the volcanoes and everything else. Got mold growing where it shouldn't be growing, and a lot of it is related to the UVC radiation coming from the sun that's now able to penetrate our atmosphere, that's killing off good bacteria, because that's what UVC light does. So we got, the waters are becoming poisonous. You got animals dying in them, people dying in them, from flesh-eating diseases, brain-eating diseases. I mean, it's getting real. But it's all in Scripture. Okay. So yeah, Oceana had the Naval Air Station had the air show today, and they'll be having it tomorrow too. And you had the Hell Angels in Virginia Beach. They come from around the country for their little meetup. And so the ocean front's pretty busy today between the air show and the if y'all have never seen an air show, the Navy Jets air show, it's they do some pretty amazing stuff. They'll have all the old planes out there, part of the air show, all the new stuff out there. I wish I could have videotaped it, but I couldn't because I was riding in a car. So, anyway, I think I'll close this out for now. Maybe come back. I don't know. I don't. Um, wanna, Maybe I'll play some scripture, see if people come in. I don't want to have to keep an eye on it. Trying to give people time to get here. But it's been almost an hour. Man, it's still hot. I haven't cooled off yet. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully.
Follow the church. 626. The owner has returned to the car.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do other things. So, yeah, maybe I'll come back on later because I'm not quite motivated right now to cover the rest of this.
325 Bravo. Is no longer on scene. Can we try to call her back and see if she's still on?
I got other things on my mind.
She called in with I want prefix. Weren't able to call her back. Thank you. 2057.
Oh, 4.9 in Columbia. Just now. Right there. 161 kilometers deep. And this one is in the last hour.
Check it out. Going for shopping. Cavalry 36214. Repeating 36214. So, 567.
Why was that showing brown? That's weird.
Road dispatch. 23. And we're on scene at Central. Mileage 11410. 2015. Yeah, we're Central. We're 03. 2015.
Well, maybe I'll be back later.
Just on my way when it become available. 10-4, 20%. Whatever about this. 421 Bravo. Could be exact amount, but you can clear the keys from the second halfway. What's the address for it? 909 Homestead Lane. 10-4. 2100.
Maybe. Hello.
36 McGosh Drive, where was he?
Ah,
Session 599X, routine check. 2101.
Little Columbia just had a 4.9. At least there's no more tornadoes for now. This, wow, that guy's got radio interference on his.
2120. 2102.
Everything looks pretty calm with the sun. It's a good thing. Still some pretty long meteors. But no real strange behavior, I don't think. Watch it for a second and see. Well, oh yeah, I gotta look up when we have the next meteor shower.
115 dispatch. 115. Put me on a party issue. Every Sergeant Metro Park. 10-4.
Everything looks pretty normal here. Or pretty calm, let's say, compared to what we've been seeing. A lot of meteors, though, a lot.
Session 123, accident unknown MEs in front of the cookout. Session 126, Bravo. 26 around Central Scalver. Unit to assist. 124 Bravo, dispatch, clear my key sign, you heard about your showing route.
Anyway.
125, 126. 126, you copy. 604, I'll keep that way in case any more hits. 10-4.
There's so much craziness in this area. I just don't get why they beat up old people. Operation High Tide. I hadn't heard about this one.
Units responded to the auto accident. 1 vehicle involved. Actually, 3 vehicles involved and none injuries at this time.
3-car accident in Virginia Beach right now.
Right south of the intersection on General Booth Boulevard.
Oh, that's where I just left.
No smoke, no flames, no poles or wires down.
I hope it ain't no motorcycles involved, because that's where the Hells Angels are staying this weekend off General Booth. Five and a half. Oh, he's pretty short for a man. More than a dozen people have been indicted for their alleged roles in selling drugs and guns in Norfolk, Chesapeake, and Portsmouth. More than 100 law enforcement agents, officers, and other personnel executed Operation High Tide this week, a large-scale narcotics and firearms investigation that resulted in the recovery of... Come on.
Pacific with Chase 40 Uniform Uniform Bravo 8045. 2106.
Oops, I scrolled too fast. U.S. Attorney for Eastern District of Virginia. We're making our strong partnership known to Hampton Roads as we apprehend and remove. Good. More than 65 firearms, 7 kilograms of cocaine, nearly a kilogram of crack cocaine, more than 625 grams of heroin, more than 100 grams of fentanyl, 75 grams of acetylfentanyl. I guess there's a difference. 12 pounds of marijuana, 620 grams of hash oil, 24 grams of MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy, 120 grams of methamphetamines, and more than $560,000 worth of cash. Excuse me. The narcotics were seized, had a street value nearly $1 million. Armed criminals are the principal players involved in the deadly cycles of turf battles and gang conflicts that deprive our neighborhoods and families of the peace and security they deserve. This coordinated operation reflects the skilled and brave work of federal, state, and local law enforcement. Okay. Operation High Tide was initiated by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, ATF, in collaboration with Chesapeake, Norfolk, and Portsmouth Police. I'm sure they meant Virginia Beach, too. This operation identified more than 24 people throughout Hampton Roads who were illegally selling firearms, fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, and other narcotics. Below, a list of the defendants and the charges they're facing. Brian D. Best, 34, Virginia Beach, 1 count of conspiracy to distribute and possess methamphetamines. 1 count. Okay. And Tisha Carrington, 25, Virginia Beach. Kawanta D. Epps, 40 of Norfolk. Anthony L. Green, 48 of Chesapeake. Corey L. Jones, 50, of Portsmouth. Conspiracy to manufacture, distribute, and possess with intent to manufacture and distribute heroin. 11 counts of distributing heroin, fentanyl. Wow. Cocaine. He was selling everything. Good gracious. Dominic D. Jones, 26, of Portsmouth. That might have been his son. Because Corey L. Jones, 50, of Portsmouth, and they both got the same charges, so sounds like father and son, or uncle and nephew, or something. Malcolm D. Jones, oh, I guess it was a family affair, because he has the same charges, basically. Yeah. Because they all got the same manufacturing and possession of the same drug. So just as a family thing. Sean E. Milton, 30, Portsmouth. Gary Norfleet, 52, of Chesapeake. I just, when people get a certain age, it shocks me that they, it shouldn't, but it does. It shocks me. Jeremy Parker, 35, of Chesapeake. Corey S. Reed, 38, of Norfolk. Jamel M. Simmons, 37, of Portsmouth. Jalami M. Smith, 43, Portsmouth. Robert Sproul, 39, Chesapeake. These defendants who are in state custody and waiting transfer to federal custody are not listed. So they got some that are going to federal custody. Okay. All right, that was enough of that. Oops. Sometimes, just, you look at some people and you're like, no way. But yeah. Huh. Cargo ship owned by J.P. Morgan Chase seized by U.S. after 20 tons of cocaine found. Wow. Maybe I want to read that story. I would assume, I would hope that they didn't know about it. But, I don't know. Let's see what they say. They might have known. Female appeared to be unconscious, possibly due to narcotic use. Dispatch $423 response. Philadelphia, U.S. authorities in Philadelphia seized the cargo vessel. Hold on, let me cut this down. You guys, they're going to be in the backyard of Peace location. 2113. That's a little loud. Okay. Oh, I gotta wait for it to load. Oh, the video is no longer available. That's interesting. Huh. Alright, so let's read it. U.S. authorities in Philadelphia seized a cargo vessel in June with nearly 20 tons of cocaine on board. The ship, as it turns out, is owned by a fund run by banking giant J.P. Morgan Chase. A source close to the situation said Wednesday that the ship, the MSC Gayan, is part of a transportation strategy fund run for the bank's asset management unit. That's Morgan's Chase does not have any operational control of the vessel. A Liberian flagged ship that is run by the Swiss-based Mediterranean Shipping Company. The bank had no comment. Yeah. I guess they wouldn't want to comment on that. Law enforcement agents boarded on June 17th and found the cocaine, which is said to have a street value of $1.3 billion. Wow. So yeah, I mean they might not know anything about it, you know, just because.
We're actually calling cows now. Does cows have a robot?
Alright.
The other tow company is going to be Chop Shop, ET30.
MSC added in an update Tuesday that it's cooperating with law enforcement and is not the target of a U.S. government's investigation. Seizing a vessel of this size is an unusual enforcement action for CBP, but is indicative of the serious consequences associated with an alleged conspiracy by crew members and others to smuggle a record load of dangerous drugs to the United States. Said the ship was en route to Northern Europe at the time it was seized, and that aside from the containers held by authorities in the United States, all other cargoes have been sent along to their destination. Aside from a small number of containers that are being held by the authorities as part of the investigation, the remaining shipments on MSC have been transferred to other vessels and sent on their way to their respective destinations. Well, they repeated that twice. Huh. Okay.
Dispatch 220 Bravo, 6 check both units.
World's largest airplane. That thing does look big.
2170.
Very big. Coast Guard seizes $350 million worth of cocaine after chase at sea with suspected smugglers. Look. That doesn't even look like a regular wave there. Watch U.S. Coast Guard board a narco sub carrying 17,000 pounds of cocaine. It's another one. And people are really working hard to get it here, aren't they? Indiana state representative tried to buy cocaine and impersonated an officer. Wow. People are losing their minds. We just read a story about another man. Oh, yeah. He had on this crazy toupee, wig, whatever you want to call it, and thought he could get through. He had the drugs, that's the bag of drugs right there. This was the wig he had over top. Oh, Hurricane Dorian washes bricks of cocaine onto Florida beaches. Wow.
Attention for narcotics complaint at the 4.1211 Atlantic Avenue, 1211 Atlantic Avenue. Reference the call from earlier. The complainant is back on scene. Request a C12 officer. Dispatch into response. 519, I'll respond to that. Was there earlier? Long position. Top 4, I copy. 19, 16 responding as well.
Hurricane Dorian washes bricks of cocaine up. And some boat lost it or something. Some blood, it flooded from somewhere, or somebody threw it overboard. They thought they were being chased or something. As Hurricane Dorian continues to churn, the storm is sending more than just wind and rain to Florida. It's causing bricks of cocaine to wash up on beaches. 15 bricks, wow. Weighing a kilo each, wow, so 15 kilos. And it wasn't an isolated incident. About 15 miles south of Cocoa Beach, another brick of cocaine was found at Paradise Beach and Park in Melbourne, Florida. Beachgoer alerted police officer to the suspicious package. The package of cocaine appears to say diamant on it, according to a photo. In both incidents, the contents of the packages were tested and determined to be cocaine. 1 kilogram on average is estimated to be worth $28,000 in the United States. So, there is possibility that more will come ashore. It could be coming from anywhere, yeah, because the water sure was churning from everywhere. Beachgoers are urged to alert police. Yeah. Well, you know, I guess most people would, but then there's those ones that, man, they see this on news, they're going to be down there looking and not to notify anybody. So, that's pretty interesting. Okay, that's old historians. Old, so. Alright, that's enough. So, God bless all. God loves you, and so do I. I may do something a little later, and I may not. I don't know.
Yeah, what's that track going on? Dispatch by 12. By 12. For your females, they're checked negative.